Hi, good morning, Friday 21st of November. It's chilly out there, it's still below freezing in many parts of the country. Last night air temperatures went down to -4.5 degrees and the grass temperature, that's the temperature that's taken on the ground, was -8.5 in places overnight last night. Now I'm going in my electric car down the country and I'm looking at the range available because it's really affected by low temperatures. So if you're a new driver of an electric vehicle, watch out for those cold temperatures. The batteries don't like those cold temperatures and it does affect the range. I'll be waiting an hour or so before I head off. There's some change coming through. It's still cold and clear, but you can see the cloud is starting to fill. I actually took pictures of the sky this morning because I am that crazy. And I want to show the tephogram. That's the map of the temperature of the air in going northwards. And you can see, if you look at this map, it's available on the Met Éireann website under current reports or observations. It's the Valentia tephogram taken this morning. You can see there's a moist layer where the dry and the wet bulb temperatures meet at about 26,000 feet. So it means that there's moisture aloft. If you looked at yesterday, so you can go find the video from yesterday, you can see it was dry aloft. So yesterday when the airplanes flew over, the condensation trails that they left in their wake disappeared into the dry air. Tonight, or today rather, the condensation trails aren't disappearing because there is that moist air in the atmosphere aloft at about 26,000 feet. And that's because, it's a reason for everything, there is a weather front approaching, a change in air mass approaching. And when there's a change of air mass, when there's warmer air coming, the warmer air rises over the colder air. Warmer air holds more moisture, so the warmer air aloft is more moist and has more water vapor in it available to make clouds, and so the clouds are coming. The clouds will thicken through the day until eventually it'll start raining, and that's the weather front approaching at the surface. So the weather front approaches at the aloft first because the warm air rises en masse over the cold air, so the clouds start to thicken from the top down and it'll start raining. Now for the forecast this afternoon, the rain will go through. It's going to be a wet weekend, I think, at times because there's low pressure rain, possibly wet and windy weather through the weekend. Then we have a ridge of high pressure building again for Monday, Tuesday. Another weather system's coming through on Wednesday and bringing a bubble. And if you look at the temperature chart that I've included, you can see a bubble of warm air coming up on Wednesday, but it's coming with wet and windy weather. There's more rain coming on Thursday, and out to the weekend things get uncertain, but there looks like a low pressure system skirting across southern parts, but that's uncertain. The deterministic run is out on its own as to where that low pressure system is going, so we'll keep an eye on that as the weather develops through the rest of this week. I hope that's an interesting forecast for you. It maybe explains a little bit about what's going on in the upper atmosphere. Sinead, slán go